Today we're looking at the 88 rated World Cup icon Zambrotta. High medium, 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot, 5'11", can play right back or left back or right wing back. So if you need a left back or right back, he can definitely play both positions. Really good acceleration, sprint speed. Not the worst, but definitely not the best agility and balance. Fantastic defending. The headering accuracy is a little bit annoying, and I will mention that in a little bit later. Short pass, long pass, really good. And in terms of a right back or a left back, he ticks all boxes. This is on my main account. And in terms of traits, nothing now. I have been using him for about 24 games. I've been in champs, mainly in a couple of elite division rivals. A couple of things I've noticed off the bat is over the top through balls, he's not the quickest in turning around and running back. And the same for driving forward. But in terms of a defender as a right back, you can't get much better than him, I will be honest. That being said, we'll talk about chemstyles, his pricing, what I thought of the card overall, the end on Footbin. Let's go jump into some gameplay, but have a word from today's sponsor. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt Nice, select Foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NANIC for 6% off on all orders. So we are going to be playing in champs. I do use him as a right back in a 4-2-2. That's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, I'll be honest. But with him, I like to have 5-star weak foot fullbacks. So when I actually packed him, I was really happy. A couple of things I've noticed, like I've mentioned, when he's on the ball, he is rather big. He's not the best at left-stick dribbling, as you see there, a bit slower in turning. Which is a little bit frustrating because I have Mendy on the other side. If we were to compare him quickly on the turns, he's so much quicker. As you can see here, look, turning around, no problem. Whereas Zambrotta just seems to struggle a little bit with that. But in terms of distribution, there is not a better fullback. I can guarantee you that. In terms of just being able to drive with his left foot or right foot, doesn't matter. You see there, just passing the ball through, no problem. Good tackle, but you can see just the way he can open up. So if you need someone to push up or as a 5-back, he's definitely the one to go for. Problem I find is I like to pressure the space. So what I mean by that is I come here and I pressure the space, and this is where he lacks. See this only gold Vinny? We managed to get the ball away, but he's just not the strongest in times. He does bounce off tackles a little bit. If I'm were to hate, and that's the only bit I find him a bit disappointing, as well as header inaccuracy. But that's just down to the game sometimes. But here, this is where he strives the most. A bit of composure, getting out, not a problem, and then driving, and then laying the ball forward. I find him as a really good attacking option for a right back. If you need someone who's going to help you hit that extra bit of space, he's the best for it. Hey, lovely interception. We needed that. Little layoff. Back 1-2. Good drive into the space. Going to push it forward a little bit. Got him at the bottom now. That's exactly what we needed him. Shot across goal. Moved his keeper. A little header. Why is not his left foot? It's a shame, but you can see he can get in attacking positionings. Not a problem at all. Especially if I'm making a tackle and transitioning. Zambrotta running through with the attack. Going to drive forward with him again. Little ball out. Don't mind that. Back to him. Oh, great pass into the transition. Ribery going all the way. And we've hit the bar. And we got the goal there anyway. But you can see that's how we're using him generally in our system. That's how I play it with him. Just noticing with his weakness a little bit is frustrating if someone tries to blitz down byline. Like here, for example, turn around and trying to get back into space. Not the quickest. I've got to try to do a bit of left-stick dribbling. It's not going to work with Zambrotta, I'm afraid. Not the greatest pass. Can we recover back into our place? Zambrotta straight away into the feet. And that's what I like about him now, is to be able to go straight into transition. Keep it on. Look at, I tried to pick out Ribery there, but the game tried to lock on to Gova instead. That's a shame. That was a lovely pass in otherwise. Got her on the ball. Got Messi right into space. Got Mbappe at the bottom as well. Going to play it in a little 1-2 back to him. Left foot this time. Right foot, left foot, doesn't matter. And we don't manage to get anything from it, unfortunately. But you can see there, it doesn't matter which foot it is because of that weak foot. It gives you so many options just because of that alone. Look at me up the yards. And we managed to use the strength against Messi. And now we can go underway in our attack. Great composure from him. And that's exactly what we need him to do. Again, Zambrotta intercepts. Left foot and we're underway. Going to push him up the field. Little 1-2 back to him. Got options left, right, centre. Play it into Mbappe. And we get the assist finally with Zambrotta. But that's how I've been using him. As you can see, the attacker presence, the defensive presence is so balanced. If you play aggressive in defence like I do, like pressing down the space early, you don't really have any problems. It's when people sit back with him and play the ball over the top, I notice that's where he's not the best. But in terms of composure and passing, you can see even skill moves, not the best, all the worst. A lovely ball down to Messi. We're very unlucky there not to get another chance on goal. Zambrotta, I can't keep up with Van Persie, and we've conceded. And that's what I was saying to you about his ability to turn around and defend. If you get caught out in that situation, he never catches up unless he's got a long way to go. We've got a shadow on him, and that's only Van Persie. It isn't somebody rapid. And that's the big red flag with this card. That is basically it. If you get in that situation, you are not going to catch him, unfortunately. And I don't know why. Maybe it's down to his body type. We'll have a look again on Footbin as mentioned. That's half-time. Our opponents had 2 shots, 2 goals. One of them was my fault. The second goal that you've probably seen is what I was talking about in terms of him turning around and running back. Not the greatest when it comes to that opportunity, unfortunately. But if you know that that's the problem, it's very hard to stop. But if you learn to deal with it, then you're okay. That's the only thing about this card I don't like. But in terms of the ability to drive forward, like this here, little layoff, 1-2, gives you that option now. We've got the space on the bottom or the top. And we can play it straight to him, straight in. And it's lucky we haven't got a goal there. But you can see that's what he offers in terms of attack. Because of his presence with left foot or right foot, you never have to worry which foot to use with. And then again, we've got him straight back. Again, underway in our attack. Lovely ball in. Fantastic pass. Zambrotta needs to catch this time. And he does. No, he doesn't. And that's what I mean. So lucky we got away with that. Pressure's good enough, but he just never overtakes in that situation. I don't know why, because in terms of actually driving forward, that sort of thing there, he's amazing at doing. It's just in defensive ways. We're on Footbin now. As you can see, he's coming back 480,000 coins. We went to compare him to his mid. He's a little bit better, and his prime is a little bit worse in comparison. So he's worse than his prime, but better than his mid. I like the card. I do think he struggles when the ball gets played behind, as you've seen. But in terms of what he offers, he's very, very rounded. Really good, consistent with the passing and the ability to move forward. If you find yourself playing in a 5-back, he definitely offers you a lot of opportunities. The best thing about him is his ability to play with his left or right foot. I wish his finishing was a bit better, but I'm being extremely picky, and it's just one of those types of cards. He's got weird work rates. He's got high attacking, but if you get him to stay back while attacking, he doesn't really push up unless you manually push him up. And that's about it really for this card. There isn't much more I can say. He's great at tackling. He's not the best in the air, being 5'11" and his header and accuracy being so low. He does get bullied a little bit on the far post crosses if he's at back post. But mainly the main thing is of him getting in behind. If someone gets behind him, he ain't catching them, as you've seen there. Even with Van Persie World Cup moments, he managed to peel away. He's not strong enough to knock them off the ball, and I don't know why. I don't know if EA have coded it wrong. A lot of these moments have got the wrong body types anyway, so we have to see in the future if they fix that. But as always, if you have any more questions about this card or any other card, comment down below. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting that like button, subscribing. Catch you in the next one.